Hey everybody from the Social Knitwork. I'm Christine Rogers. This is my shop and I want to talk a little bit about winding yarn. So recently one of my customers, Tiffany, had posted a YouTube video about how to actually put a hank of yarn on a Swift and wind it. But it occurs to me how many different ways there are to do these things and try and decide what tools you want to have at home for yourself that would benefit you in regards to being able to do this on your own at home. One of the first things without this ball winder that I'm going to show you is, to me, I can do without the ball winder. Honestly, I can do without it. Not at the shop I can't, but personally I can. But what I need to have is the Swift. Okay, so I really want to have the Swift, and I like this Swift by ChiaoGoo because it comes apart like Lincoln Logs, and it just sits on the table. I don't have to mount it to anything. I don't have to have a ledge deep enough to mount it. And you guys have seen, the umbrella. And honestly, once you mount this, and if your yarn gets jacked up in the middle of this, it's kind of hard to deal with. If the yarn gets jacked up in the middle of this, man, you just start pulling little pieces apart to get to where you need to be. So just as a little, thought process. But one of the first things I want to show you is, and I sell these at the shop, these are called Winderfuls. These are big flexible bobbins with a rubber band. And there's a company might be Winderful. It's been a while, it's been a hot minute since I've talked with them. But I have these, and all I do is I put this bobbin on a battery operated drill, and the company even makes these adapters to go into the bobbin and then go into your drill. And then all you have to do is attach it to the rubber band and start winding it on. Okay, so once you're winding this on, I will tell you, and I'm just using a slow speed, but once this goes from, you can spin it from this Swift onto this. Once it's on, let's just pretend I did the whole thing. This rubber lets me set the end of the thread in underneath the yarn so that this ball does not come unwound. It doesn't fall in on itself. It doesn't get messed up. It doesn't get tangled. So if you have a silky silk, if you have a linen that's difficult, if you have something with sequins that's difficult, this is a great tool to have. If you are a person that holds themselves to 2 or 3 projects at a time, then I do have 3 of these. Not always are all my projects on this, but used to be when I was a little more, I don't know, in control. That I would have 3 bobbins going, and once a bobbin was empty, and I would start a new project. But it got to the point where I just started putting more temperamental yarns on it. So I do have other projects pulling out of my bag or whatnot, but the yarns aren't as difficult to deal with. Okay, so that's one way to deal with this. The other, quite honestly, if you are on a Swift and you don't have a ball winder, I can work from this Swift and just wind my own ball any which way I like it. I can wind it as loosely as I want or as tight as I want, and I just start making this ball up. So there is this Swift. There is the umbrella Swift, and I don't know if y'all have seen it, but there is this vertical Swift, which is so pretty. It's really pretty, and it just works so well, and it's so adjustable. The guy that invented these, the Winderfuls, also invented the Swift. And so it is adjustable for all different heights of hanks of yarn, smaller, longer, and it goes straight to the ball winder as well. Or you can wind by hand off of this, or you can wind onto your Winderful from this. So if you were going to go into the yarn store and afford something, think what would do me the best. If you don't already have a Swift is the first thing. If you've already got a Swift and then you want to get a ball winder, You know, they make smaller ball winders and they make a more professional size, more like what I have here. So just depends on your needs, what you like, how you use your yarn, how you store your yarn, etc., etc., etc. So I just thought this might help a few people to see a few different things. By the way, I don't carry these, I don't sell these. I bought this for me at the Dallas-Fort Worth show a few years back, and they're not inexpensive. This was like a gift I gave to myself, probably in the vicinity of about $350, $400. I don't know what they cost now, but that's why it doesn't sit out, because if I break it or drop it or do something, then it's my fault, but I wouldn't want anyone else to hurt it. So you guys, I hope that helps you with some winding needs or making decisions when you go into the store. If you have any questions, just email me at thesocialknitworkots@gmail.com. Have a great day. Bye.